Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 707. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around, hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. My current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships, so if you do decide to subscribe and support me, thank you very much. And the last thing I want to say is if you are interested in a little bit of a free mystery reading or some free mystery messages, check the description box down below and make sure you read the whole thing, including the limit, so that way you know fully what you're getting yourself into. So before getting into the cards, I'm going to start with interpreting the number 707. The number 7 is about wisdom, awareness, awakenings, learning. I'm also feeling that teaching could also be significant, teaching something that you have learned, and it could be spiritual, it could not be. There's a pretty strong energy here encouraging you to follow your intuition, to trust yourself, and maybe even to believe in yourself. It might take a little courage here to learn something, whether it's believing in yourself or believing in the potential itself. There are two 7s here, so there's a really strong focus here on wisdom, and I'm being reminded of the number 777. So there could be something significant here about money coming your way that could be really helpful. Really only take that if it resonates. I feel like it might be something that you already know is coming your way, if that message is for you. The number 0 represents cycles, beginnings, endings, embracing and letting go. It can also be about life and death. There's definitely some deep thinking, deep learning, maybe deep teaching around, let me think, change. Learning how to move and flow with change. The mystery reading number 705 could be significant for someone. Only, go to that reading if you feel called to. But adding up the number 707, it's also reminding me of a 404 error, so that could be significant for somebody. But 7 plus 0 is still 7, then plus 7 is 14. I feel like there might be a significant date here on the 14th that is significant for someone. Maybe it's the 14th that's coming up, or it could be Valentine's Day that could be significant. Again, only take it if it resonates. In numerology, 1 plus 4 is 5, and 5 is about change and transformation. I feel like you're really, really being called to embrace some sort of inner transformation or change in your life to help you learn, to help your soul learn, to help yourself grow, especially if you never got a fair chance to do that. I feel like there's a lot of potential here for spiritual growth, and you're really being encouraged to seek that out or to tap into that, because I feel like there's more here that you deserve to know about, and that's very vague, and I feel like it's very vague for a reason. It's up for interpretation. It really all depends on where you all feel called. For some reason, I'm being reminded of the pronoun for y'all in Italian. So I feel like maybe there's something here about speaking to a group of people and your ancestors are coming through about that. Maybe it could be a group of family members that, you know, they're highlighting communication with. Maybe there's also learning here about foundation, yeah. Because I think moving and flowing with change is part of creating a stable foundation. It might be helpful for whoever is watching this to go ahead and start accepting that the only constant in life is change. That is where I believe that we all can find a sense of stability to feel at peace. And remember that whatever happens on the inside happens on the outside. So if you find, you know, emotional stability, you will manifest material, physical stability. I feel like there's so many different ways that this reading can be interpreted as. But I'm going to move on now to the Magical Dogs Tarot to take a deeper look at your current situation and maybe how it connects back to the number 707. Okay, so I have the Four of Swords. For some reason I keep wanting to say the Four of Cups. Yeah, there's a reading I did recently with the Four of Cups, so this reading might also be for you. The Four of Swords. This is somebody who is feeling restless. There's a lot more focus here on your outer world and your material world. Too much focus outwardly. There needs to be more focus inwardly, which makes a lot of sense talking about wisdom. I feel like you're really being called to embrace a strong sense of like the Hermit energy in tarot, which is all about retreating, pausing, and reflecting and finding the answers that you need. Following your intuition is coming through again. If you don't know how to do that, you're definitely being called to learn how to follow your intuition and learn how to trust yourself. And I think learning how to trust yourself first really starts with learning how to believe in yourself. You are worthy of being trusted, especially by yourself. The best way to build trust with yourself is to make decisions that serve your highest good. What kind of relationship do you want to have with yourself and ultimately your future? How do you want to speak to yourself and what do you want to speak into existence? If you speak to yourself in a way that's nurturing and allows you to grow, your life will, there'll be more nurturing in your life and more things will grow. But if you talk to yourself negatively and you let, part of you dies on the inside, it's going to show up in your physical reality. So be mindful of what you're thinking, what you're believing. If you feel called to spirituality, there's strong confirmation here. For somebody out there, there's a certain society, Theosophical, I think it's called the Theosophical Society. Maybe that could be significant for you. I actually just found out recently that that society is about finding, basically what I believe in with religions, finding truth in different ways of life, different cultures, different religions. I believe that there are both truth and lies in religion and beliefs, and it's up to us to decide and discern what is truth and what is a lie. There's something significant here about wearing a mask. Be honest with yourself about how you feel, but also balance that honesty with some kindness and some compassion and patience and understanding for yourself. You deserve to pause and to learn how to look inward for your answers, how to trust yourself, how to follow your intuition, how to know where you feel called to, the relationships that you feel called to, maybe the job you feel called to. I recently did a reading on that as well. No matter who's watching this, it's so important for you to slow down and to look inward and to spend more time reflecting and thinking. You know, think before you act, think before you speak, think before you choose. There could be a message here to take your decisions seriously moving forward. Given that this is the Four of Swords, you know, the number 4 really feels like it's being emphasized here. Maybe the mystery reading 704 could be significant as well, but 4 is about stability, confirming what I said earlier about emotional stability and how it will manifest physical and material stability. I think it's very important for all of us to learn how to be responsible with our consciousness and learn how to regulate ourselves emotionally. And maybe there's something significant here about being able to discern between our spiritual selves and our physical, material, human selves. Oh, this reading is starting to make me think about space and frequencies. It's definitely an interesting one, and maybe you feel called to reflect on some very interesting things or some interesting patterns, whether they're within yourself or in the world and the people around you. There's confirmation here to do that, to do some exploring. I mean, especially from within. Maybe some soul searching here could be helpful for you, really connecting with yourself on a deep level, or if it's been a long time. Is there anything else before I pull the last card? Maybe there's something significant here about the dogs. For me, dogs represent loyalty. And when they bark, it's a sign that the universe and your spirit guides are trying to get your attention to something. So it feels like there's a lack of loyalty here that the universe and your spirit guides are pointing out. And I feel like it's a lack of loyalty to yourself. I think it's time to fix that. Yeah, for sure. Maybe it's important for you to connect with your younger self or your childhood self. That could be part of your healing. It could be different for everybody. Healing is very different for everybody. But we can have similar experiences. You know what I'm saying. So just trust yourself. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading now by drawing out a card from these box of cards, which are cards that I made myself. If you didn't already know, I'm going to use this card to see what guidance there is for you from your spirit guides. I can already feel ancestors coming through for somebody because of the number 4 and talking about stability, because I generally believe that a lot of people's ancestors are coming forward to assist people. Wow. Okay, so oh wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this card has 2 sides. The first side that I saw was the number 2. It says want, stagnant, curiosity, mixed, which means mixed emotions, decisions. Your ancestors, the universe, your spirit guides, the spirit realm, the other side, is trying to connect with you about your choices. They want you to make choices that are in your best interest and your well-being. So that way it's in everyone else's best interest and their well-being. It's important to know how connected we all are, because it has a powerful effect. Well, our decisions have a powerful effect because of that. The ripple effect, the butterfly effect, whatever effect, it exists. Maybe butterflies do symbolize change, so that effect could actually be significant for somebody. I do know it's a movie, maybe a book. I don't know if it's a book at all, honestly. But someone here might be feeling called to that, and there's confirmation here. So on the other side, it has the number 16. In numerology, 1 + 6 = 7. That 777 that I was talking about earlier. There's a real focus here on money or your material world. There's good luck, good fortune, a better outcome to be unlocked and embraced. I'm thinking in terms of change, because maybe you're being called to lose something before you embrace something. Maybe there's a decision here between letting something go and holding on. And you're being called to let go, to allow a cycle to complete itself. The colors on this card are interesting, actually. They kind of, match with the table a little bit. And I'm noticing the sky, because it does look like it's about to storm. and there are storms passing through where I live right now. So it's interesting this is coming through, because storms for me symbolically represent a situation that gives you anxiety, but you have to face, like weathering the storm, you know. There's also something significant here about learning how to be the calm within the storm, to be the still amongst the chaos. Ooh, I really like that. Yeah, there's guidance here, more guidance here to move forward, trusting yourself, or learning how to do that, learning how to make decisions that you truly believe in, not what everyone else is pushing you to do or believes in. I feel like this is about paving your own path and leading your own way, which makes a lot of sense having talked about the Hermit card. Because the Hermit card in the traditional tarot, he has the lantern in front of him, lighting his own way forward. So yeah, there's a situation here you're definitely being called to use your intuition for, or to use as an opportunity to strengthen, sharpen your intuition and your judgment. Maybe your analytical skills can get stronger and you'll be able to pick up more patterns. Trust where you feel called spiritually. I want to say there's a lot of encouragement here to trust, so you can allow yourself to reflect and to give yourself not only what you need, but also what you deserve and what other people need and what they deserve as well. The Hermit card also has the number 9 on it, which is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. If the instability and the imbalance in your life no longer works, and you remove that, you're only committing to a greater cause. Except it's like on a humanity scale. Whatever we let go that's unhealthy, that's humanity letting something go unhealthy. No matter how big of a role, big or small of a role you feel like you play in the world, it always matters. And of course, there's this analogy coming through that always comes through, but I love it, because I think it explains this idea perfectly, that to really help people understand how connected we actually are. Because what I feel is that each human being is like a puzzle piece, and we need to all be together and on board to put this bigger picture together, to find these deeper answers. The more answers that we find within for ourselves to bring us peace, the more answers that we find for others to help bring them peace as well. I'm getting this energy of learning and teaching again. Someone here is definitely going to do something with what they learn. So allow yourself to reflect and to heal and to start that path, if you haven't already, to telling your story, using your voice, and making a difference.